Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Heather Rose Up. I am Heather. Before I get started with this week's video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you can continue to follow along on my weight loss journey. If you would like to see how I did in the past 2 weeks, keep watching. Good afternoon and happy Monday. It is 1 o'clock. My children and I are all three of us are home today. No school, no work. It's a holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And if you watched my video for last week went really well, and life said, you know what, Heather, we're gonna test you. I'm a stress eater, so I'm being tested this weekend. Life stuff, we're always being tested when it comes to stresses, right? I did well this weekend. I pre-tracked every day. Yesterday, I completed day 7 of 100 days of honest tracking. And today I pre-tracked my day already. And I have 10 weekly smart points left on a Monday, which is a lot. And I did some stress eating last night, but I counted it. The way I'm going today, I should actually have 3 left over, so I might even have rollovers tomorrow. So if all goes well, I'll have at least 10 weekly smart points for when I check in tomorrow. So things are going well there. And like I said, I have some things going on. I went to bring my dog to the vet today because she was having some health issues. She had UTIs. And it turns out she has a big bladder stone. So she might need surgery, and I'm worried about her. We were told she has to be on a prescription diet for the rest of her life, and I can hear the cha-ching in my head. So if you could send Miss Lucy, and I'll insert a picture of her cute face here. And a picture of her massive stone here. So if you can keep her in your thoughts, that would be very, very helpful. She's the sweetest thing ever, and I'm worried about my fur baby. But I had other things going on too. But my goal for this week is to stay focused and not let the stress get to me. I joined the Community Y last week, so we're going to utilize that. But yeah, let me show you my planner and tell you how I did last week with my goals and what my goals are for this week. So my goals for this week, we're not going to even talk about this. I joined the Community Y and just check it out, and I pre-tracked every day. So I did well with my goals that week. Goals for this week, so I want to find out or look up some workout ideas on Pinterest. My goal is to do some strength training at the Community Y, and I'm kind of lost and don't even really know where to start with that. So I joined it. Now it's time to utilize it. So I'm gonna try to find something to alternate like legs and arms, etc., and maybe whole body. I don't know. If you have any ideas or suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. And baby steps, but my goal is to at least do 1 day of a workout at my Community Y. I have a busy schedule this week, so I don't really have a lot of options to go to the Community Y, but I'm going to make it work, and that's why I decided to make a small goal to just go. And to drink at least 32 ounces of water daily. So those are my goals for this week. I will be checking in throughout the week to let you know how stress eating is going. Hopefully that's not the theme of this week. Keep watching. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I forgot what day it was because I was off yesterday. So I'm home, and that popping noise you hear in the background is my turkey bacon in the microwave. I was hangry last night, and I ended up with 3 weekly points left on a Tuesday. So I had a snack attack, but I tracked it, and I tried to be mindful and eat things that were full in protein to stay satisfied, but I was just so hungry, and I think monthly cycles had something to do with that, but I just couldn't stay satisfied. But I ate, I got through it, I tracked, I did honest tracking again, and yeah, so we're just kind of getting through it, and I tracked the rest of today, I have 4 left over. It would be really nice if I use those as rollovers, so I will keep that in mind throughout the day today. I don't seem to be as hungry, but we'll see. Just chugging through. I had a meeting for work today, so I knew I wasn't going to stop at the Community Y. I think on Thursday is when I will be stopping at the Y to get in some sort of workout. I started looking up things on Pinterest, and I didn't really find anything that stood out to me. I think I need to go in there again and really see what they have and kind of go from there. I'll probably do some cardio and then some strength training of some sort. Yeah, so that's my game plan. So today I'm at 3 weeklies. Hopefully I'll get some rollovers for tomorrow. So keep watching to see if I was able to do that. Okay, good morning. It is Wednesday and I'm having a rough day. I definitely did some stress eating last night and I'm currently at -9 weekly smart points. But I'm at 9 or -9 honest weekly smart points. I'm tracking, and the challenges that I'm doing is 100 days of honest tracking, and it's not the challenge of 100 days of honest tracking only when you're doing well challenge. It is 100 days of honest tracking, period. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm at -9 weekly smart points. Feeling a little blah today emotionally, which coincidentally I have my therapist appointment today, my very first therapist appointment. So hopefully we can dive right in and find out what's going on and get to the root of things and work on that foundation of my healthy journey, my healthy lifestyle. I'm proud of myself for tracking, but I'm not perfect and today's an off day, but I'm still tracking it. So things to be proud of. Moving forward, I will check back in tomorrow and let you know how the rest of today goes. Good morning and happy Thursday. I just got back from grocery shopping at Aldi and Stop and Shop, and I'm tired and I'm trying to gain the energy to put away the groceries. It was a rough night. I'm not feeling well, and I pre-tracked yesterday and I'm now -15 weekly smart points because I just had a rough night and I have been so hungry. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure monthly stuff has something to do with it and why I'm not feeling well and why I'm tired and just blah. Anyway, I tracked it, so I'm not trying to be negative Nelly here, even though I'm negative Nelly in weeklies. I'm proud of myself again for tracking it. I'm still honest tracking. The old me would have said, forget this and stopped once I hit a certain amount of negative weeklies, but I'm still going. And I'm trying to be mindful. I'm trying to eat protein-filled food so I can stop being so darn hungry, but it is what it is. I tracked the rest of my day today. Who knows how the rest of today will go. I'm not feeling up for going to the gym. Excuses, I know, but I'm literally going to put away the groceries and I'm going to go take a nap because my body needs that right now. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what else is going on. I'm just... Yesterday at therapy, it went well. It was, it was my first appointment, so, obviously Rome wasn't built in a day, and this is something that I will have to work at, and that could be part of why I'm feeling blah too, because I'm opening the floodgates. So, on my way to progress, and I will consider honest tracking again as progress. I've finished 10 days. I'm on day 11 out of 100, so just keep trucking, and my fingers will be crossed tomorrow that weigh-in goes well. I will check back in probably before my workshop. Keep watching. Good morning, happy Friday. I am at, can't see it, I'm here. I'm at Dub Dub. I am sitting in the car ready to go in for my weigh-in, so pre-weigh-in reflection. This week was difficult. It definitely was, I know that it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be unicorns and rainbows. It'd be nice if it was, but it's not. It's life. So this week was difficult, dealing with emotional stuff, not feeling well physically, tired, and so hungry this week. But I got through it, and progress is that I tracked it. Yesterday, I ended my WW week with negative 23 weeklies. It is what it is. But I'm so proud of myself because I continued to honest track through it all. Huge breakthrough for me. That's a big thing. In the past, if you've watched my channel before, or different videos that I've posted, once I get into the negatives, that's when I stop posting on here. That is when I stop doing Instagram. It's when I stop tracking and I just go into hiding and pretend like it's not happening. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm hitting it head on. I'm facing it. So yeah, I feel good. The scale might be up today, and I'm okay with that. Next week, I will try harder. I know that the topic, I think, is about tracking, so I'm excited to hear what we have to discuss in there. And yeah, we'll see how we did. We'll see how I did. Check back in a little bit. All right, it is still Friday, and I just got back from my workshop. And in this week's workshop, it was about tracking, and tips and tricks were part of the workshop, and it was definitely needed. I've always struggled with the all or nothing attitude. So if I wasn't able to track everything perfectly, sometimes I would stop tracking, and that was setting me up for failure. Now, for the past 11 days, I've been working on a challenge. I mentioned it a few times this week and last week. I'm doing the 100 Days of Honest Tracking, and I have been flexible with myself when it comes to that. I am honest tracking to the best of my ability. Now, does that mean I'm being perfect with my tracking? Absolutely not. I have been working on pre-tracking, but I also have kept in mind to be flexible. I have changed my complete day after, I've already pre-tracked going along, but the intent is to plan ahead somehow. So I've been really working hard at that. So the topic was perfect for this week. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I have Christmas, believe it or not, with my family. I come from a big blended family, and this was the only weekend that we could all get together. So tomorrow's Christmas. I struggled a lot during the holidays, so I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going in with a plan. I am bringing some food. I'm going to pre-track, but I'm going to allow myself to be flexible. I'm going to try to take pictures of my food, and I know I can do this. I've been working really hard at those goals with tracking for the past few weeks now, and I'm really hopeful that I will get through that and track it to the best of my ability. That's all I expect from myself. I don't want to push myself to set myself up for failure. How did I do this week? Now, you've been watching this video up until this point. You've seen I've struggled emotionally. I've struggled physically. I ate a lot, but I tracked it. I gained this week. I weighed in at 186.6, which means I gained 1.6 pounds. I kind of expected that. I know I could have done better this week when it came to staying on plan, but I'm really, like I said, I'm really proud of myself for tracking it. The tracker didn't judge me. I even talked about it in my workshop this week because I went from inspiring people last week with my pre-tracking and losing 3.8 pounds to letting them know and being real and saying, this week was hard. I gained weight, but I still tracked it. So I'm not discouraged. I expected it. I am feeling good and empowered that even though I struggled this week, I still got through it and did what I was supposed to do. This journey is a journey. You're going to have bumps and hills and peaks and valleys, and you just kind of have to roll with it, and it's going to work eventually as long as you're setting yourself up with good habits. I feel motivated to continue with my goals and going into next week. I'm still hungry, so I'm hopeful that I'll work on that and try to find what satisfies me a little bit better, and to really focus on tomorrow, on my family Christmas, and set myself up for success for this week. And if I go over my points because of tomorrow, I'm not going to judge myself. The tracker's not going to judge me, but I am going into it hoping that I will stay on plan, and at the very least to track it all. My goal for this week's video was to be honest and show the struggles as well as my successes. And even with my struggle, I still consider this week a success. Good morning and happy Tuesday. So we're going to jump right in and get the negativity out of the way this week because we're moving forward. But I just want to, keep you guys posted and hold myself accountable for how I've been doing. So Saturday I had my Christmas, like I had mentioned in the previous video, with my family. I know June, might as well have been June. January 25th, we had our Christmas. And I did really well. I tracked everything. Every single thing I ate or drank, I tracked it. And I ended the weekend with like 3 weekly Smart Points, which isn't bad, even though I had, received my weekly Smart Points on a Friday. But I was using the plan was to use my weekly Smart Points for that day. So I tracked everything and I did really well. And then I continued to overdo it as if I hadn't already used my weekly Smart Points, if that makes sense. So not overdo it, but continue to eat normally, where I should have budgeted my weeklies after that a little bit better. I stopped pre-tracking. However, I am still, as of today, tracking everything. I am negative 24 weekly Smart Points on a Tuesday, and it is what it is. Last night I woke up, and I don't know if it's because I'm not happy with where I'm at, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a snack attack, and I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully I'll address it in therapy, but I wasn't going to track it. I tracked it. So I'm working really hard at the 100 days of honest tracking challenge. And it's hard because I don't want to face it. Let me tell you, I don't want to face it, but I need to be honest with myself so I can evaluate what's going on. So today's Tuesday. Normally I would make my goals on a Sunday. My planner, for some reason, I found a flaw in it. Last week was the last week of January's planning, so I have no week of the last week of January in my planner. So I'm just making a goal. My goal is to have more weekly Smart Points left over than I did last week. Last week I ended the week with negative 23, and I'm currently at negative 24, so I have some working to do, and it's going to be a little difficult, but I can do hard things. I'm feeling proud of myself for continuing to track even through the difficult times, so I'm going to just push forward. I pre-tracked my day today, and I'm hopeful that I will be able to keep up this momentum. Keep watching and we'll see how it goes. All right, happy Friday. I'm here in the Dub parking lot. Friday. I didn't do very well with updating this week, but that's okay. I have been making good choices. Still honest tracking, and I'm going to be late for my workshop, so I got to run in, and then I'll do a post weigh-in reflection. Keep watching. Okay, now we're all caught up from how I did last week, and you saw a couple clips from this week. We can't always predict life, and I would love to say that I will do an update every week. It doesn't always work out that way. I'm doing my best. I'm still holding myself accountable, still showing up for my workshops, so I'm pushing forward. So I apologize for missing last week, but here I am showing you last week and this week today. It is Friday. I just got back from my workshop and my weigh-in, and it was a great workshop. The topic was mindset, putting your mind first, positive thinking. If you have negative thoughts, how to switch, turn them around to focus on your positive. Yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, and the last time I saw this doctor was a year ago, so shortly before I joined Weight Watchers in February of last year. And she sat down and she said to me right off the bat, "You lost a lot of weight." I don't know why, but it caught me off guard, and I'm like, oh yeah. Because, for a while I've been, you focus on each week trying to do as best as you can. But then sometimes we lose sight of the bigger picture. And I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, I lost quite a bit since the last time I saw this doctor. And she kept praising me, and it felt really good. And it was one of those moments where I was able to see the bigger picture, and I wanted to share that non-scale victory. And it made me feel, my doctor made me feel good that I am working hard at being the healthier version of myself, and it's paying off. And she had a resident with her, and we were discussing what I was doing, and I said I was doing WW, and the resident was talking about how they were considering joining, and their parents, I guess, had tried to talk them into doing it, and they were thinking that that might be a good fit for them. And I explained how there's 3 different programs, and they said, you know what, that's it, I'm sold. So I should have given them my WW code so I could have gotten credit for that. Anyway, free month. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you don't follow WW, I always have a link in my description. So if you're considering joining, use my link. We both get a free month. Hey, help each other out. As you saw from the previous clip, I said that I have been honest tracking, and I'm still doing that. I tracked everything. I've been tracking for, I think today is the 18th day that I've been tracking honestly, to the best of my ability. And I'm still holding myself accountable on Instagram every single day. I post on my stories that I did honest tracking for the previous day, and I'm holding myself accountable for that, which was mentioned in my workshop, by the way. Other people that are in my workshop follow me on Instagram, and they said that that was inspiring for them. So even this week, I ended the week with negative 23 weeklies, but I was still honest tracking. I'm really starting to get in the good mindset of quitting the whole self-judgment mentality. Just because I'm going into the negative doesn't mean that I'm messing up the program. I'm getting in the habit of tracking, and it's getting better each week. Now, when I do stop tracking, when I go into the negatives, I can only imagine how far deep I go into the negatives because I'm not paying attention. So again, I went negative 23 weeklies this week. Last week was negative 24 weeklies. My goal this week was to do a little better. That's a little better. It is what it is. I have every intention of completing this 100 days of honest tracking, and I'm going strong at it. And I'm really proud of myself because this has been something that I've been struggling with. So if you're afraid to track because you're in the negative, just do it. The tracker's not going to judge you. Stop judging yourself. And this is me talking to the old me because I used to judge myself for going into the negative. How did I do this week? So I went in for my weigh-in, and I lost 2.2 pounds this week, even with going into the negative, my weeklies. Now, if I do the same thing next week, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll experience a loss again. I understand that. Which brings me to a total of 35 pounds lost on WW in 11 months. Slow going, but I'm still going. Sorry if this video was a little confusing. Welcome to my mind. Welcome to my life. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful in any way at all, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And again, if you are watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button to continue to follow along on my journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next week's update. Bye, guys.